Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, April 12th. A cold front is working its way through the I-95 corridor. There is some steady rain right now in the area. It's about to wind down in the D.C. and Philly metro regions. It should last right through the morning hours across New York City. Nothing more than a shower or two this afternoon, some clearing skies later in the afternoon, and then we're setting up for another cold night. Temperatures in many of the suburban locations along the I-95 corridor from D.C. to Philly to New York City could experience low temperatures late tonight near the freezing mark once again. There could be some frost in some areas. And then we'll begin a stretch of dry days. High pressure from the north will build in to the mid-Atlantic region. A strong high pressure system. It looks like it'll stay in control of our weather from Wednesday right through the weekend and into the early part of next week. In the short term, this high pressure system will bring us more cool weather. Overnight lows in the 30s, likely Thursday night, Friday night, for example. But by early next week, we could experience a warm-up that will bring high temperatures to the 80-degree mark in much of the I-95 corridor. That's by Monday of next week. Well, let's start off by looking at the latest radar loop. And again, some steady rain early this morning across southeastern Pennsylvania, now sliding into New Jersey. New York City region will experience some steady rain over the next few hours, pretty much winding down now across D.C. There are a few showers behind this area of steady rain, but nothing more than a shower or two this afternoon in all of the I-95 corridor, and then skies should clear towards the end of the afternoon. And tonight we're setting up for clear skies, light winds, cold conditions with possible frost by morning. Temperatures not far from freezing, especially suburban locations along the I-95 corridor. And here's a look at the current surface map. Really two main players that I want to talk about this morning. First of all, here is that cold frontal system right now across central Pennsylvania. Again, steady rain about to wind down here in the I-95 corridor, except for perhaps New York City where it'll last another few hours or so. Then high pressure, now situated over the northern plains and the southern part of Canada, will move in towards southeastern Canada and then extend its domain starting on Wednesday and pretty much encompass the entire northeastern part of the country. We'll see this on the GFS forecast maps in a moment, but this high pressure builds into southeastern Canada, controls our weather from midweek right into the early part of next week. Again, the first few days underneath this high will be quite cool with cold conditions in the overnight hours, possible temperatures near freezing early Thursday morning, early Friday morning, as well as early tomorrow morning in much of the suburban areas in the I-95 corridor. But by late in the weekend, high temperatures will rebound to the 70s, perhaps touching 80 degrees by Monday of next week. Well, let's take a look at a few forecast maps using last night's Zero-Z GFS model run. This is actually the 12-hour forecast from last night for early this morning. And here we go with that cold frontal system right near the East Coast this morning. Rainfall all the way extending back into central Pennsylvania, but we're seeing already that the back edge is now approaching the Washington, D.C. metro region and Philadelphia. Maybe another hour or two of some rainfall in those areas, then nothing more than a shower for the late morning and afternoon. Meanwhile, in New York City, probably a few more hours of the steady rain. Some of the rain's coming down pretty hard as well. And here's that high pressure area this morning over the northern plains, and we'll see that'll extend and grow into the southeastern part of Canada by tomorrow and pretty much control our weather here in the mid-Atlantic region from midweek right into the early part of next week. Well, here's the forecast map for early this afternoon. By that time, the rain is pretty much over with in the I-95 corridor. Certainly, there can be some lingering showers early this afternoon in the region just to the east of Route I-95. But notice here, high pressure centered over the Great Lakes, and this is a chilly air mass. Make no bones about it here. It'll be cold tonight with overnight lows once again near freezing, maybe even below freezing by a degree or two in some suburban locations in the I-95 corridor. Let's now jump ahead to the early evening forecast map. And here we go. This is the forecast map for early tonight. High pressure edging its way towards the mid-Atlantic region. We're really setting up with nice conditions to allow for temperatures to drop sharply. Clear skies by tonight. Winds will lighten up. There's a pretty stiff breeze right now across the D.C. metro region, for example. But all those winds should lighten up tonight. So clear skies, light winds, perfect conditions for cold temperatures late tonight. Some frost is possible. Temperatures by morning near freezing in many suburban locations. Well, let's take a look at a forecast map for tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning, and then 24 hours later, Thursday morning, and we'll see this high pressure just kind of sitting in the southeastern part of Canada, a strong high pressure. It begins its control of our weather really overnight tonight, but especially on the day Wednesday. It'll be quite cool tomorrow for this time of the year, a few degrees below normal, but mostly sunny skies. And this high pressure system will remain in control in this part of the country for the next several days. And let's end with the Thursday morning map again. There it is, pretty much a stationary, strong high pressure system situated to our north. In that kind of a pattern, it certainly can bring some cool conditions here, and indeed we'll have low temperatures late tonight near freezing, and the next few nights will be way down in the 30s, perhaps even not far from the freezing mark in suburban locations. But then by the weekend, this high will tend to shift a little bit off to the coast, and we'll warm up, reach highs in the 70s by Sunday, and perhaps a flirtation with the 80-degree mark on Monday in the I-95 corridor. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist